Welcome back. Next we'll discuss the recessed housings and the LED light engines we offer here at Elco.
Let's talk more about the parts involved in LED recessed lighting. We start with the housing type. These can also be called hi-hats, cans, or pot lights by electricians, architects, and construction workers who've been in the business for a long time. The standard housing is a box that nails up into the framing to define where the light fixture will eventually be placed. The housing makes sure there's a safe place to run the wiring, makes sure the ceiling is built correctly around the light fixture, and makes sure that the building inspector can see the work is being completed to code. The standard housing is built and used so commonly that it's often inexpensive. Standard boxes will come in different sizes and features to match specific light fixtures perfectly, but they're often quite universal and can be used with LED fixtures from other brands. Fire-rated boxes we've already discussed. They offer a barrier to block fire from jumping up into the next floor through the light fixture opening in the ceiling. A housing with no box is often available. When the fixture family is already IC rated without the need for a housing box, the fixture can be installed into a specific frame with a power box or a driver on board. This can save space in the plenum area and can save some cost as well.
Frames are available for LED fixtures that don't require any housing at all. The frame ensures that the lighting will be installed in the right space and in alignment and will define where to run the wires. The frame gives the ceiling sheetrock crew something to work around while maintaining spaces for the lights to eventually be installed correctly and securely. Remodel housings are the ones that are built to fit up through the hole created for the LED light itself. In an existing ceiling, the installer will only have, for example, a 4-inch hole to fit the housing into. So the remodel housing is built to insert up and through that 4-inch hole to allow for wiring and installation codes to be met while holding the LED fixture securely in place. Some recessed housings are created specifically for sloped or angled or vaulted ceilings. You can see here 3 examples of the angled, sloped, and vaulted ceilings often seen in residential homes, churches, restaurants, and more. Sloped ceiling housings are angled to keep the recessed light facing straight down, but require an oval-shaped hole in the ceiling to make that happen. At Elco, our sloped ceiling items are offered in regular or super slope versions to be sure ceilings with various angles can be addressed. Finally, there are items that require no housing at all. Our teak collection uses no housings. The item itself is a housing, with strong clips that hold it in place securely as it's installed.
The light engine or module is the assembly that actually produces the light. In simplest terms, a standard light module fits in an expected ordinary space, connects to normal wiring, and complies with the building codes and expectations for light output involved for most residential customers. But other light engine options exist that give a special high lumen output. When more light is necessary for a specific place, the engine is offered with specific and different parts that allow the fixture to emit more light than standard options. There are also retrofit modules. These modules will fit into existing housings and installations without a need to rewire or do any extra construction. There are also special LED modules that fit projects with shallow plenum space. These items fit into ceilings that have less than the standard 7 or 8 inches available in most ordinary new home construction. Each LED module or engine will contain these 5 basic parts in some form. First, there will be an LED module and chips. This is the part that actually produces and emits light. Think of the yellow dots along a strip of tape light. This part is usually covered with a frosted diffuser of some sort, but might have a lens instead, focusing the light in a certain way. Next, there's going to be a driver. The driver regulates the power received by the LED chips. The LED chips only require a tiny amount of power, so the 120 volts needs to be reduced and controlled by the driver to protect the LEDs and keep them happy for many years of service. A heatsink. will help evacuate the heat created by the energy use. This part resembles a radiator, with metal fins in some convenient configuration to fit the design. In many products, you might not be able to see the heatsink, but it'll be in there somewhere working its magic to keep the LEDs cool. To hook this fixture up, the product must have connectors of some sort. The common ideal connector is orange and connects 120 volts of power. In other designs that don't run on 120 volts, Elco will choose a different connector to help prevent the end customer from connecting too much power to their products. Finally, the fixture needs to be secured in the ceiling using some sort of clips. These clips hold the item in the housing or snugly to the ceiling sheetrock so it won't fall.
Let's take another break here with a quick quiz about LED modules and housings. When you're ready to continue on, we'll talk about the wide assortment of recessed trims we offer here at Elco.